Welcome to Get Up and Run. Be inspired and encouraged as we join this seminar in session by Ntwanano Chavalala.
Let me move on to principle number 11, which is running your race by patience. There are times when we'll expect certain things to happen in our lives at a certain time, but it is not always the case. Why? Because we do not control everything. We have to understand that there are certain things that we cannot be able to control. So as a result, it means that there will be waiting time. We'll have to wait patiently for certain things to happen. That quality is not an easy one to attain, that even if you were to pray for it and say that, oh God, can you help me to be patient? It's not going to happen overnight, because you'll be placed in a situation where you'll have to exercise it for it to be able to occur in your life. I'll give you an example. Like years back, the first time I came to a big city in Pretoria, there was a guy we communicated that okay, he was going to assist me with accommodation. So first time arrival in Pretoria, I contacted him and then was saying that okay, he's around somewhere in Pretoria, he's going to come and pick me up, so I'll just have to be patient with him. I waited for him up until a little bit late, and then when I contacted him, I could not find him anymore on his phone. I did not know at that time what to do, because it's not something that I expected. And then I even at the time said to myself that okay, since I see just here by Chase Square that there's a band that is performing, I'm just going to be, watching them perform for the whole night. But to my surprise, I think when it became twilight and then they started picking up their things, and I was disappointed with that fact. Then I told myself that okay, you know what, I'm just going to be sleeping here at Chase Square. But somehow by grace, one of the band players, they saw that no, this boy must be having a problem, and then he came and assisted me and took me to a certain place where I was able to pay for that day, and I slept there. The following day, I went to the same place. I contacted the guy, and I had to still wait for him. I could not get through to him still. But eventually, then I discovered that okay, it was not true that he was around. He was still back in Limpopo, so I was forced to go back to Limpopo. But what I learned from that situation is that even though I did not like what was happening at the time, it was exercising something in me, the ability to wait. You see, long suffering, because there are levels with patience. There's patience and there's long suffering as well. It means that you suffer long. Suffering long, it means you go through a very difficult situation for an extended period of time. So that was what was happening. And I look a couple of years later that these are the same principles that I have to practice to be able to achieve certain things in life. Because at times, like when you are going through a very difficult situation with what is happening currently in the whole world, we do not know exactly when is this COVID going to end. No one knows. No one has that information. But we have to learn to live through it. We have to be patient, living expectantly as well, that no matter what is happening, a change is going to come. A change is going to happen one day. So that's why patience, it is so important.
Thank you for listening to this inspiring message by Ntwanano Chavalala. Get this full message by placing an order on info@chih.co.za. You can of course order a copy of the book Get Up and Run on the same email address.
Chaval Pictures.